Hey there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fire Your Boss. My name is Kabir Wolf, author, business coach, and serial entrepreneur. Today, I have with me the world's #1 wealth and business coach and my personal coach as well, JT Foxx. I met JT Foxx at an event with Success Resources last year, and then I went on to attend his 2-day event. I also went on to take him on as my coach in his higher level programs also. I've read his books multiple times, watched all his YouTube videos. I've basically been breathing JT Foxx since the 2-day event earlier this year. So welcome, JT Foxx. How are you today?
Well, breathing me is illegal now, or is it going to, thankfully you didn't breathe me and have something bad come out of there, but you remind me of a young me, some very good enthusiasm, and I get a lot of offers to be on a lot of shows. I say no, but when I said the Wolf Man and the Fox Man on the same show. So by the way, how old are you?
25, sir.
25, man. You got the enthusiasm and the fire and the passion. That's what it really takes to succeed. So good job on the persistence. And I love, you didn't need to dress up. I normally wear a suit and tie, but we're all on lockdown right now. But success is not locked down. That's exactly what I would have done if I was you. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on your show. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Thank you, sir. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to wear the wonderful JT Foxx power tie that says the next JT Foxx on the back of it.
I miss those ties, my friend. I miss wearing those ties. I miss wearing suits. I always say when I put a suit on, I don't know, it's like my Superman. You feel, I feel I'd say the vibration, but I feel like the power, the power suit, the power tie, and now I'm in my jeans and my t-shirt and quarantine which hearing all the sirens all day long because I'm downtown Chicago right now. I have the same view, but the difference is with the sun, I can't. So I just put the exact view I have, put a picture of the view I have. But yeah, it's good for you. And it makes me want to get back into the midst of it.
I can't wait to attend Mega Profits. I know that got canceled, and also the top 1% in your house. I'm super excited for that also. And I wanted to ask you, I know that you used to wait tables when you were younger. What was your journey like all the way from waiting tables to reaching 50 brands and businesses? And is there any advice that you'd have for our listeners on the show who may still be waiting tables and looking for a way to break free from the system?
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you're never going to make yourself rich by working for somebody else. And sometimes you have to fire your boss, like the name of the show, because you want to create your own economy, and some people have been procrastinating firing their boss because, but eventually if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of making people wealthy, and you're not earning your worth, you got to fire your boss, like you said, the name of the show, because you don't live once, you live every single day and you die once. And, that's why they need people like you to hold their hands and tell them what to do. Like I know people that are 55, that are 40, 45, 60, that don't have the same enthusiasm and mindset they had because they were taught, go to school, get a job and retire. Well, how's that working out right now, right? Look at all the people who are jobs now. They're either on unemployment or something else, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like the point, is that you did, look at this. I mean, everybody wants to interview me and wants to do business with me, and you got me on your interview. I couldn't have had somebody at my level when I was your age, but you use that persistence, you're engaged. I see on social media, you're doing all the right things because you're coachable and you have that enthusiasm, and that's infectious. And that's what success is all about. Got to have that fire and that drive and use this platform. And just like you have no excuses. You're putting your head down. You're going all out. That's what it takes to succeed. Success is about ambition and persistence and loyalty and commitment and effort. None of those things cost money, right? And if you do those things, and then it also depends. I mean, if you have kids, it's a different strategy than if you don't. If you have no kids, no wife, no nothing, it's all you versus the world. Now is the time for you to make moves. If you have kids, you make the moves, but you make them, with a different mindset. The worst thing people could do is to delay their success, is to delay all these things. It's time to create your own economy now.
I completely agree with that. And I love how you say, if you want to succeed in this economy, you have to create your own economy. I've actually told that to many other people as well.
Yeah, and also I've been telling people, doesn't mean we're on lockdown, that opportunities are locked down, that opportunities are quarantined, because they're not.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I know that you talk about the speed of implementation and how vital it is to the growth of any business. I would like to ask you, what was that one thought that you maybe implemented and implemented fast that started you off on your entrepreneurial journey?
I just put my head, every time I worried about the money, it didn't come. So I put my head down and I realized that if I take care of my clients will take care of my success rate and my profits. And every time I worried about money, it never came. So I just worried about being the best that I could do in what I did. And that's helping people from losing their homes and then eventually all these other businesses as well. It's not easy, but work ethic, most people don't have it, and if you just go all out, they can't beat you if you outwork them. You can't beat you if you got that fire. And that's the point. I mean, you saw the couple people I coach on social media today didn't have that fire, didn't have that fire. And the problem is that he wanted to be an entrepreneur, but because he didn't have the guidance of someone like you or me, he was making the wrong decisions. So, coaching is in fact a shortcut to wealth and success and prosperity. And the bigger the shortcut, the more money they're going to make.
Excellent advice. Focus on the why, focus on the why, focus on the why. If I had a penny for every single time I heard you say that, I would truly be the millionaire underdog. So I'm interested in knowing why choose entrepreneurship versus having something else of your own, versus going up in a corporation. Why entrepreneurship?
I mean, you want to be your own boss. You want to be the master of your own destiny. You want to be the king or queen of your own castle, right? You don't want to serve somebody else. Why sacrifice your life for somebody else? Life is too short to play it safe. You don't live once, you live every single day, and you die once. Every day in entrepreneurism, it's different. There's different opportunities, different things. And the job, sometimes it's the same thing over and over and expect a different result. I mean, I know very few people that love their job. And maybe you love your job, but the love, there's a lot of things you can't do. You can't say, I'm not going to go to work. I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. That's not always a realistic. And if you're in a job and you make a lot of money, then it means anything you do would make even more money because you're able to climb yourself up to the top.
Absolutely. And I love that analogy of sometimes you don't necessarily go in with the job that you have, because part of my dreams was being a chef and being a cook. And I did the math one day and I realized that it's going to take me 20 years to where I'm going to be making $150,000 a year. And that just wasn't going to cut it. And that I wasn't going to be reaching the success levels that I wanted to reach. So interesting that you shared that perspective with us. Thank you for that. I wanted to ask you, I remember this little coin here. In fact, I carry it in my pocket all the time. And it says no excuses. And the interesting part is on the other side, it says no fear. But I find myself sometimes in a spot of fear, and I find myself not being able to move ahead. So, and I know that everybody has some kind of fear. So I want to ask you, being the brand that you are today, being JT Foxx, the world's #1 wealth coach, what is that one thing that you still fear, and what do you do to overcome that?
I have no fear. If you fear nothing, they fear you. Fear is a choice. Many of you are afraid of something that's not going to happen. And whatever my fear is, anything you do 5 times, it goes away. You have fear of public speaking, speak 5 times, it goes away. Anything you do 5 times, first day at work, you're nervous. 5 days later, you're not. That fear goes over and over and over once you do something. Fear of heights, go up high and 5 times. And fear of jumping out of an airplane, jump 5 times. Most people have a fear of something that's not going to be happen. Now think about it. People say, oh, well, I have a fear of flying. Well, you have a higher likelihood of dying in a car accident than you have in the plane. Right? And now people have maybe, and by the way, coronavirus is the 3rd deadliest virus, or 4th deadliest cause of death in America right now. You know what I mean? It's like you're more likely to die of that than a plane or a car accident. Right? So you see what I mean? So if you break down the odds, I think part of the problem why people are so afraid now is we haven't seen a death counter. We saw it on 9/11, more or less. You saw it on the Iraq War. But other than that, I mean, imagine they gave us the data on every day how many people died of the flu or car accidents. We never do anything. So maybe that's why we don't know. That's why a lot of things the government keeps secret, because if we actually knew all the potential threats and attacks, we'd probably never do anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. If my audience would like to be coached by you, apart from obviously having a millionaireflix.com, which is written so boldly on your screen, I love it. Listen to it all the time. Daily 365, Millionaire 365 is awesome also. I love listening to all the business news under 7 minutes. I think I listened to it within 15 minutes of you posting it on your Instagram story every evening. And that's like me right before I go to bed. But what is some things that other ways that my listeners can connect with you? I know your wealth workout is one of my favorite programs.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I think people need to connect with you. I think you're the future. You remind me a lot of me. I don't think they need me. I think they need you. They need leaders. You're talking to me. And I think that's who they need to learn from. That's where they need to you're the new generation. You're the future, the president, the yesterday. So it's not about me coaching them. It's you. Because of you and you're following your hard work, let them go to you. Right? It's time for them to go to the wolf. They don't need to go to the fox.
I'm honored. Thank you so much. So I really do appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for being on this podcast with me today and taking out the time from your busy day. I can only imagine, despite the coronavirus, I'm sure you have a lot of things going on, and I do appreciate you taking out the few minutes.
And I just want to say to you, I'm very proud of you, and I mean that too. Your enthusiasm, your passion, your action taking is exactly what I would be doing, what I've done. It's not easy, but you're showing that fire, and maybe even more humbling than everything else. Keep doing what you're doing and you'll be better than me. I know it.
Thank you so much. So I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to build all my brands and everything kind of following after your action. I've actually
by the way, you're not trying, you are. I know.
Thank you. I like that. Thank you. I appreciate you, sir. You have a wonderful day. Thank you.
I can't wait to listen to your next show.
It's going to be absolutely awesome. I've got a new tie brand actually coming out, modeled after JT Foxx. I'm calling it the Timeless Collection. I'm actually having it stitched in India because that's where I'm from. It's going to be hand.
Yeah, let's just stick to my ties. Now I got to go. Now that you're trying to sell other people's ties, I got to go.
All right. Thank you so much, JT, for taking out the time. I really do appreciate you. Thank you.
Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.